Hey everyone!
In this week's video, we're going to be making clouds in a bottle.
That's right, this is the quintessential elementary science experiment that is way too easy not to be doing in your home. Not only is it easy, it's classic elementary science, because how many times have you heard these questions in your home?
What causes rain? Why is thunder so loud? What causes lightning? What are clouds made of?
So today we'll be answering at least one of those questions, and at the end of the video I'll explain all the science behind what's going on, so in the future for your kids the topic might not seem so nebulous.
Seriously? More bad puns? We're trying to attract subscribers.
Okay, fine. No more bad puns. For the rest of the video, I'll be completely serious. Real quick, before we get started in this week's lesson, a few weeks ago I was invited to join the Kids Learning for Life podcast. So if you are a new subscriber to this channel because you heard about us on their podcast, then welcome. But more importantly, if you are not familiar with Jenny and Stacy and what they're doing with their Kids Learning for Life series, then you should definitely go check out their website with their blogs, and additional content that are great for any homeschooling family. So go check them out. They have great stuff. Okay, so back to the experiment. All you're going to need for this is a plastic bottle, some rubbing alcohol, a cork, a drill, and an air pump. And if you have kids with their seemingly endless supply of inflatable balls and bicycle tires, you know you have one of these lying around the house. And don't even try to act like you haven't spent hours trying to find this always hard to find headache, which by the way you're going to need for the experiment. First things first is we have to find a way to pressurize our bottle, and that's where the cork comes in. You need to drill a small hole through the cork, just big enough to fit the pump needle through. And as an aside, I encourage you to never miss an opportunity to teach your kids how to use a power tool. And young or old, a drill is a great tool to start with. It's just a thought. And if drilling through a cork looks familiar on this blog, it's because it's the exact same thing we did in our water bottle rockets episode. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out, as it also turned out to be super fun and almost just as easy as this demonstration. With air pressure alone, we created enough force to launch a bottle rocket with a GoPro attached to it. Additionally, the free worksheet associated with that episode is ready to be downloaded, so you can easily test that your kids learned something by watching the video. Now that we have a hole drilled through our cork, slide the air pump needle through it and set it aside. The next step is we're going to pour about a tablespoon of rubbing alcohol in your plastic bottle and swirl it around. The higher the percentage of rubbing alcohol, the better the demonstration will be. Now for the final step. Place your cork in the opening of your plastic bottle, push it in nice and tight, and start pumping. As you will see with our first attempt, it is a very good idea to wear safety goggles anytime you are dealing with high pressure. Our pump didn't have a pressure gauge on it, but if yours does, from what I read around the interwebs, you're going to want to reach a goal of about 20 psi for this experiment. Without a pressure gauge, we just started pumping and I was surprised by how quickly it occurred. But you can clearly see with just a plastic bottle and a few other materials how easy it is to make your cloud. And what is really great is how easily repeatable the experiment actually is. Here we go. You ready? Another interesting thing you can do with this experiment is demonstrate how fog disappears in the morning after the sun comes out by putting more pressure back in the bottle. So what exactly is the science going on here? It involves evaporation, condensation, and the laws of gases. Back in the early 1800s, there was a French scientist named Joseph Louis Gay-Lussac, and he is partly credited for creating the combined gas law. And part of that law states that if you increase the pressure on any given gas, the temperature of that gas will also increase. And if this also sounds familiar, we did a video about a year ago where we did an introductory lesson on the laws of gases. In that video, we created an ivory soap blob, we made water defy the gravity, and many other cool kitchen experiments. So you should also check that video out for additional kitchen experiences that you can do that are pretty fun at home. And of course, there's also a free worksheet that goes along with that video as well. And as a brief aside, to make it easy, I've created a page on our website that groups our assessments together in either 5, 10, or 15 pack bundles that come with a table of contents, so you know which video corresponds to which assessment. And like always, it's completely free, so feel free to go over and check it out. As I was saying, if you increase the pressure on a gas, it also increases the temperature. Let's look at our example here. This bottle is going to represent the bottle we used in our demonstration. And inside there are gas particles from the alcohol that we put in and water vapor in the air. Now when we put the pump in the top and start increasing pressure, the molecules begin to move faster and faster. Now they bump into the walls of the bottle and each other with increasing speed, which creates more friction, which increases the temperature. Just like when there's a bunch of people in a small elevator, or when you sit real close together on a bench, you get hotter because of the body heat. The same thing happens to our gas molecules at the molecular level. So as it gets hotter in the bottle, more particles begin to evaporate. Now when we release the cork, all that build-up pressure is instantly gone and the pressure instantly drops, causing a lot of those gaseous particles to condense and form water vapor. Or in the case of inside our bottle or up in our atmosphere, they condense to form a cloud. So again, as we increase the pressure inside our bottle, that increases the temperature. That causes a lot of the liquid particles to evaporate, and when we release that pressure, it's an instant drop in temperature, causing a lot of those particles that evaporated to now condense and form a cloud. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is it for this week's video.
We hope you have a great time making clouds.
The free worksheet that goes along with this video will be downloadable soon from our website.
We hope you have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you next week.